Hello everyone and welcome back to another DayZ Standalone status report video. So if you don't know what the status reports are, the developers do these just about every week and let us know about any changes or features that they are adding in, as well as just kind of keep us updated with how development is going. So this week we're going to be looking at blood regen / transfusion changes and also increased passengers in the V3S. There is also a lot more that we will be covering, so let's get right into it. So to start this week off, let's look at the new variants of the V3S, which will allow for transportation of larger groups, as you can see in the picture there. Also, the spawn rate will be at 15, just like it is now. It will remain at that for the time being. And then also access to inventory, new animation, and firing from passenger positions will be supported in the future. In the pictures that the developers ended up sharing with us, we can see that you can have 8 people in the back. That should be what we expect in game. Also, don't forget we do have the driver and also his passenger, so total of 10 people there in the V3S. Okay, next we have new character / player controller, and what they had to say about this is, quote, the physics part of this controller will be implemented using bullet physics, so there will be visible improvement in interaction between static and dynamic objects. And they also said after this is implemented, there shouldn't be any camera clipping issues. It will improve melee combat, movement on stairs, and it will be possible to get over dropped items and dead bodies. I'm really happy about that. If you play this game a lot right now, you know dead bodies of players and zombies are kind of a little bit tough to get around. They did also add that this will have a positive impact on performance, which is always good to hear. Next, they did also talk about the animation side of this, which will use Infusion's new animation system, which will allow for animation layers on characters, making it possible to play more animations at once. For example, when you have a bow, you can this will allow for movement when you're shooting the bow, which is pretty cool. The character / player controller will be used for players and AI. They did also say that they would like to introduce the physical part on character controller in the 0.55 experimental. Hopes for the animation part to be introduced in 5.6 or 5.7 experimental builds. I'm actually pretty excited about the physics side of this, which will hopefully be coming in the 0.55 experimental, mainly because it will solve the issue of getting past bodies of players that are dead or zombies. Make it a lot easier than it is right now, so I'm pretty excited for that. I don't know if a lot of you find it as an issue, but zombies do tend to actually block you and block your way inside buildings quite often right now, so looking forward to having that issue fixed. Okay, so now let's talk about the changes to blood regeneration and transfusions. So what they ended up saying, which I do have the full statement there, but I will sum it up for all of you. What they did end up saying was that right now it's pretty easy to regenerate health back just by being energized, hydrated, and stuff like that. You can regenerate health back pretty quickly. What they will end up doing is reducing that and increasing the amount of blood gained through proper blood transfusions. So they are doing this to increase the amount of blood transfusions done. So instead of when you're shot going and just eating up and drinking up, that will still heal you up, but it will be slowed down, and now proper blood transfusions will allow you to gain much more blood than you did before. I do find this pretty interesting, as it is changing things up quite a bit, so we'll see how big of an impact this will end up having. Our next slide is all about upcoming features and items for DayZ Standalone, and what we have first is the V3S manual transmission, which will be coming in. And then they also did say that, quote, we added the proper weight value to all items. Total weight that character is carrying around will be used to later modify his stamina value. So that means the more weight you have, or the more items that you are carrying, will affect how long and how much stamina you basically have. So that's pretty interesting. We will see when that ends up coming in and how it will kind of affect the gameplay as well. Something else that I kind of found interesting was what they ended up saying next here, which is piece of lard and pile of bones are new items which are expanding resource gathering. As you can guess, piece of lard can be used for cooking, while piles of bones which have a wide range of use. We'll start with arrows with bone tips, which sounds actually pretty awesome, and I'm definitely looking forward to testing those bone tip arrows once they are in. Finally, they did add the modular plate carrier vest with attachable pouches and pistol holster is ready to go, along with the FN trombone, so hopefully we end up seeing those two items in the next experimental update. Moving on to precise object placement. So what this slide is talking about is when you're placing a tent, what they will be adding in is the ability to see where your tent will go, and if you are allowed to actually place it there before you attempt to do it. So this is pretty cool. They actually put up a video of this, which I will link down in the description if you want to go check that out. But I think this is awesome. Right now they have been testing it around with just tents and items similar to that, but this feature will also be good for base building, barricading, you know, putting down fireplaces, traps, anything that you have to place in the world. This will be a lot more helpful because you can now see where your objects can go, if it actually fits there, and all that good stuff. So pretty excited for this and cannot wait for this feature to be added in. But that will do it for us here for this week and this status report. At the end here we do have the list of animation, design, and programming that they are working on for this week, which you can pause the video and look at those if you'd like to. But I do want to thank you all for tuning in and watching this video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, and for those of you that are new, you can subscribe for more DayZ Standalone videos. Similar to this one, I do also post gameplay, and I will be working on more gameplay videos. I know I haven't put one up in about a week, so I will be working on more gameplay videos for you guys. Thank you again for tuning in, and we'll see you all next time.